Hello, welcome back to Ben Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, we're gonna do something simple. Basically, we're gonna find a quick way we can use Sverchok to change the user preferences, and especially with the system right here, the OpenGL. That's actually gonna be our focus for today. So let's say we have a monkey head here in the 3D view, and currently it's looking something like this. We know that we can smooth it, just tap spacebar and shade smooth, and it looks kind of like this, a little bit dull, because that's like the default OpenGL. It doesn't have light or anything. It's just like a 3D view preview, but you can actually make changes to this guy, and you can make like different color and just to give it like a nicer look. And this is all inside here, inside Blender user preferences. I actually stumbled into one like a Blender add-on from HSAB here. You can go to his GitHub, and there is a bunch of collection of BPY. There is a look at this. There's a point cloud visualizer. This one can be really handy, but there is this one down here, OpenGL Lite, and this actually allow you to change the OpenGL setting using this script. I'll show you how it looks like. So you just grab the script, copy paste it into Blender. Um, you can actually save the BPY as well, but this is, if you run the script, what's gonna happen is that in the 3D view, you will get a special OpenGL Lite changer. This is like a preset, and this presets kind of like a, if you save Blender, if you quit Blender and then restart Blender, this will disappear, but all the presets will still be there because it's gonna be saving it into directory. And this is kind of nice. Look at this. Whenever I select, let's say I select the silver one, see, now we get this really nice like a silver looking shader as a preview. This actually, if we use like different geometry, you can see also the difference. And let's try a few others like Terralite. The cool thing, let's see, there's a 3ds Max one, there's one that looks like Maya, and this is the one that I made myself. You can actually go to edit and then make modification here. And if you like this, you can just save it and give it a different name like blah. So I just save a new preset for myself. And the cool thing about this setup, of course, this is Blender user preferences, and everything you can change here. You can actually modify it using BPY or BPy, Blender Python. So if you can make any changes using Blender Python, you can use nodes like Sverchok or animation nodes. So let's try that. Save this as OpenGL custom. Okay, OpenGL demo. All right, so oh, by the way, I want to show you that we whenever we change the preset here, this guy actually running the script from a folder. In my case, it's under users, my name, library, application support. Just copy paste this guy, and then you will be taken into this directory. And inside the directory, this is where all the presets is being saved. So whenever you keep adding the preset here, it's gonna be saved into this folder. This folder is like a kind of like a permanent. So that can be really handy. But I want to show you that you can also modify this color stuff, OpenGL color using nodes. So let's try that. Let's switch to compositing. node editor, Sverchok, and I will display the user preferences up here. So we don't need to, we can see the result over here, and we can change the color, etc. Let's see how we can modify this using nodes. It's kind of interesting. I found this by accident, but so if you look at the script here, for example, you can see there's this BPY context user preference. That's actually the one. That's the BPY to change the light. This is how we access the properties for OpenGL. So let's open this using Sublime Text. I'm just gonna grab this, copy. Here I'm gonna use a formula, and this formula node can actually take you to the address of the preferences for and attributes for this OpenGL directions and diffuse color and specular color. Okay, if you look at it using the stethoscope, see it's taking you to this BPY collection struct solid light, and you can actually grab all the three color. See, I'm now working on this three color. So what's gonna happen is that if I use set object set ID, this guy, and using the diffuse color, I can use my own random vector, for example. Or actually, let's use color in, plug this in, and then now see everything is becoming black. And we still have the specular, but we have black. See, we can change the RGB here. I can use the hue saturation value as well. And the cool thing is that since we are working with three different color, we can use random number, make a three random number, float between 0 and 1. We can plug this into the hue. Now we can randomize the seed. So we have three, like a RGB randomize, actually hue saturation value, and the color gonna go into the diffuse color. So that's pretty cool, right? In fact, you can further continue with a specular color. You can also turn on and off the boolean using boolean. Let's try the on and off first. So object, and this one use. Currently it's a true, true, true. If you use a random number, integer between 0 and 1, plug this, you can randomize. See, this guy on and off. That's maybe for what we are doing, we just want it to be on. Let's try specular color, and this and this similar setup. You can actually use just random vector, create a three random vector, plug it into the specular. Now you can see the specular color is changing. You can't see it very clearly down there. Our specular color is very, very subtle, but you can see it's changing. And one more is the direction. So we are really accessing this solid OpenGL light using Sverchok node. So this kind of interesting. So there you go. This is the most interesting because you are really like you can randomly pick the one that you like. So if I say, okay, I like this color, and then let's save this as greenish. Okay, so this will get saved into this guy right here. So that's all the presets. It's very cool. If you're actually studying Blender BPY, this is a good example for that as well. How you can save preset and how you can create the UI. And what we are doing here is just I'm giving you another options to randomize color. Say this one is cool, pink blue. Let's save it as pink blue. Set pink blue. Okay, so now it's pink blue is already saved into this folder. You can save this into a Dropbox or whatever, email it to yourself or to your friend, and your friend can use it. So there's a blah, there's a pink blue. So now you have this beautiful view of the 3D scenes. You can always go back to the default if you like, Blender defaults. There you go, that's the default, and just check it out. I think this is very interesting anyhow, and you can randomize it using seed over here. So I think that's it's pretty fun. So yeah, there you go. That's a quick and fun kind of explorations of OpenGL and BPY and Sverchok nodes. Just a quick way, to change the color, change the directions of light using nodes. You can actually, instead of making it random, you can always use like noise or like your own math. But this is like unlimited, you have unlimited variations of OpenGL light, and you can change ever so easily. So there you go. Hopefully you find this one interesting and useful. Let me know what you think. If you have any question, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.